guys, this is Chad and Shelby with North Country Off Grid.
Hey guys, what's up?
And we wanted to let you know that we finally have a name for our sweet little puppy. Her name is...
Well, do you want to say who voted for what first?
Oh, okay. We'll let you guys know. So, we as a family really like two of the names a lot. So, we couldn't decide on what the name was going to be. So, we decided to take it to Facebook and do a vote on Charlie and Boo. And the winner was...
Well, first, we want to
I'm
thank...
so excited for you guys to know.
First, we want to thank Bill Fagan for offering up the name Boo. I thought that was a great name. That was kind of the one I was rooting for. And then Amy Privet came up with Charlie, and we actually know Amy. Amy's local here. So it was pretty cool, and that's the name we went with.
Thanks, Amy. Our new little girl's name is Charlie.
No name is now Charlie.
And we're going to call her like Charlie Boo sometimes to kind of have it be a fun little mix of the two because we really...
Like, only when she's in trouble. Like, she'll get like the middle and last name like your...
The middle name.
Or your first name and your middle name, like when your mom used to yell at you. Charlie Boo, get out of there.
But we loved the names that you guys came up with, and we really appreciate the good names that you guys gave. So thank you so much for that. We had a lot of fun. So we wanted to tell you guys about our puppy and her name, and then we also wanted to let you guys know we've been getting a lot of questions about our tiny house and people wanting more information about it and also just to see it. So
everyone's been asking to show pictures of everything that we've done. And we haven't been able to give you guys pictures, and there's a reason for that.
The reason is we built the entire process with HGTV. So everything that we've done, you get to see the whole process on HGTV. We're super excited about it. It was a big labor of love. We built it all by ourselves with our own hands as a family of 5.
Every aspect of everything. The only thing that we got any help from was we had a neighbor bring a boom truck to fly a beam.
Yep, to fly the beam.
And then a buddy came out. A buddy came out and helped out.
Brad came out and helped us.
Doing some heavy lifting, which was great to get a big stove in that we have in here, a big cook stove that shipped to us at 500 pounds. And so... We had to call in the big guns to help us out. So thank you, Brad.
Thanks, Brad.
Can't wait to see your part, buddy.
Whenever Brad and Chad get together, it's always a fun duo. So that will be fun.
Concurred.
But yeah, everything in our tiny house is handmade, aside from the stoves and the windows and the decor. So Chad built the cabinets. I mean, me and the girls did the stonework. You guys are in the tiny house right now, but we're not going to show you it yet. But that's a super fun process. We're so excited to build it with our kiddos and to have them always remember that part in our lives. And for us as parents to always look back at our kiddos being so little and being such a big part of that, that'll be a lot of fun.
And that's a great learning process for them too, because they get to run tools, you know, under our supervision, but they get the chance to run tools, and our oldest is 11. So, I mean, that's early exposure to tools and building, and they're right along there with it. And whether they retain it in the long term, I don't know, but they're definitely learning the tools now. Yep.
Yeah, and we did it all with cash, and only in 2 months. So it was a lot of fun that we did that, and we're excited that you guys get to see it all. It's so much fun that it's going to be on TV. It's first going to air on DIY on March 15th at 9 o'clock. And if you go on to DIY, our episode is called Off Grid Tiny, and it's got lots more air dates after that. So if you can't catch it on March 15th, you'll be able to see it other times. And then sometime after that, it'll also be on DIY.
No,
HGTV.
So if you don't know, HGTV owns the DIY network also, or they own each other. They're buddies. But we found out that DIY wanted to run the episode also on their channel, which we were like, hey, that's great. Go for it. DIY away. So it will be on HGTV. It will be on DIY.
Yep. And we'll also be doing, we did the one video on the walls going up, the framing.
Yeah,
foundation.
so I mean, unfortunately, we can't show you guys too much of the building process because that does have to get released by HGTV first. We're not going to undermine everything they did and show you guys everything before they air it. You know, they put a lot of time and money into what they're doing too, so
maybe just a little sneak now and then.
There's some cedar,
some
cedar T&G and some trim right there, but that's it. Quit looking around. Quit looking around. But we've got some videos to show. We've got everything, actually. We've got it from the ground up. I put a GoPro up and took pictures. I took a lot of video, and we'll release that to you guys after the reveal on DIY.
And we'll also show you just some fun little behind-the-scenes stuff of what we got to do while filming it.
We got a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. We got a lot of pictures with the crew. We've got a lot of stories to tell. And the cool thing about it is all of our stories are positive. I was pretty a little skeptical, I guess, pretty nervous about inviting all these people out to our property and doing this whole process. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the entire process, why we did it, what we thought of it afterwards, and then how it was. But there's a lot of behind-the-scenes footage and pictures and stories that we're going to be sharing with you guys that, I mean, you wouldn't get that if we weren't sharing it. So I think that would be exciting for people.
Very fun. So our biggest thing is that we had our tiny house finished. Our last house was not finished. We did it when we could, how we could, with cash. So it was a long process. So to have this tiny house be finished and just absolutely love the final product, and most importantly stay extremely warm this winter, was such a great feeling. And we're so ready for the snow to be gone and the cold months to be over with and to start building, because even though our tiny's done, we have a lot more building to do.
And to clarify what Shelby was talking about, this isn't our first homestead. This isn't our first farm. We moved off grid over 4 years ago. We've done this before at the last place, and we did it. We tried to do it all cash. We did it as we could, when we could. What we decided to do was sell that property, cash out on all our sweat equity, and then redo the process. And through that, we've gotten so much further on this build now. So we had to take a step back to make a bunch of progress, and that's what we did in 2 months' time, which has been great. Well, I guess 4 months' time. The build only took us 2 months, but
yeah,
we've gotten a ton done in that time, so we'll take you guys through all that too.
It was a busy year, but we love that. Being busy and go is where we are most happy. So that this summer will be no different, even though we plan on staying put on this farm. We have
hey, you never know.
You never know, but that's the plan as of right now. So we have chickens, and we want to have a lot more chickens. So we're going to be keeping our eye out on Craigslist for chickens that are already laying eggs, but we also plan on getting baby chicks. So that'll be a fun process to watch. We're trying to get creative because we do live off grid and baby chicks need to stay really warm. So we're considering talking to a school. Maybe they could help foster the baby chickens while they're little, and then when they're big and not so cute, they can come to our farm.
Yeah, we can't have chickens because we can't run a heat lamp to keep, or we can't have chicks because we can't run a heat lamp. We'd have a generator going all the time, which we don't want to do. That wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Fuel-wise, to run that much fuel to grow some chicks. So for us to naturally have chicks, we have to wait till like midsummer, which we don't want to necessarily wait till midsummer to get eggs happening on the farm. So we'll get some chicks now, partner with somebody to, use an educational experience and combine it with a foster program, to help out. And then, because we need help. And then,
well, just with living off grid, sometimes you need to get creative with ways, and baby chicks are fun when they're babies.
And the alternative is wait till midsummer or ask someone in the community to give us a hand with that. And it's mutually beneficial, though, because there might be some people that can't have chicks and don't have a farm and won't have the opportunity to get chickens, but here's an opportunity for them to learn to take care of chicks.
Yep.
And the chicks grow pretty quick, so, it'll be a quick little experience.
That works perfect. So no, regardless, with chickens, we need to build a chicken coop. So that's probably our first project as soon as we can pull those tools out and get going. So
we have a bunch of snow on the ground right now, so we can't start building just yet without going in and digging up all the snow, which I don't want to do. So we're just going to wait. I think the snow will be on the ground for another week or two, and then we can start going on that. We actually went in and cleared some of the land where we're going to build it. I say clear land, but we just cut a few trees down. The kids helped me out with that, but we cleared a spot, cut the trees down so that the sun could get down to that snow and in the spot that we want to build. So that location is currently melting off right now, and then we'll get started on that ASAP, and we're going to show you guys all that process.
And also, I think the one thing that I am most excited for this year to build is we homeschool our kiddos. So we are going to be building them a schoolhouse. So that will be a place where we can take our kiddos to school and have school and home be a little bit separate. So that will be such a cool project to build. Chad's talked about getting some help with that.
Yeah, so I've got some family not in town that can help with it. They come from building backgrounds, but my goal was to have my son help out, my father help out, me obviously help out a little bit, and then my grandfather, who's 86, 87 years old, and he's still out building stuff. He's very active. He's a tough SOB, really, is what it comes down to. They just built 2 years ago and are still continually building onto, but they just built a deer cabin out in the woods of the Pacific Northwest. I won't tell you where. It's a secret. But he built it, and he built it with my father and my uncle's help. They put it together, but make no mistake, Grandpa built that thing. He's a go-getter. So I think it'd be cool to have 4 generations put this together. And then also to build on that, we're going to be using some old pictures from my grandma and grandfather from my other side. Some pictures of old schoolhouses they grew up in. They grew up in some pretty primitive areas like Alaska, and maybe we'll do a video telling you guys their sort of story, but that's a cool story in itself. But we're going to use pictures of their schoolhouse to sort of build this, in likeness of. Mm-hmm. So it's going to have a ton of history to it that's special to my family, at least. No one else should really care about it.
Well, I think it's pretty cool, and it will turn out awesome. In my mind, I see Little House on the Prairie schoolhouse, and so kind of that coming to our farm. So we're super excited about that. With living in a tiny house, we get asked all the time how we fit in here with a family of 5. So
the answer is you don't. You don't fit in. You go outside and you do stuff all day.
And that's the thing, is we're normally outside with our animals. We've got 20 acres. We're a busy, active family. So really our tiny house is just where we come to sleep and come together at the end of the night. So but we have made homeschool work in the tiny house throughout the winter. So to move all of that stuff into a schoolhouse will be really nice. We've also got plans of building a laundry house and putting a full-on bathroom in that laundry house.
We're going to do a tack and feed shed also, so that we can get stuff put up. We've had a lot of goat break-ins of our feed, mm-hmm. and we're over it.
Yep.
So we're gonna do some little outbuildings, of course we'll do, and we'll do some tutorials on some of those. They're pretty simple little builds, but if you don't know how to build anything, we'll help you out with that.
Yeah. And then I love entertaining. I love having our friends out. I love having bonfires. So one thing that we'll work on this summer is building, I already have my bonfire area, but we're also going to build like an outside kitchen to really be able to help during the summer months with cooking and all that. So we've got that to build. And then one other thing that I am super excited about is I am going to build a she shed. What's a she shed? So, living in a tiny house with 3 kiddos and this sexy man.
Whoa.
Mama needs her space from time to time. So I've always helped Chad with everything that he's built. But I'm ready to learn those skills for myself, and I want to be able to benefit from that and build myself a little place that's going to be all mine. So we're going to do some really fun videos of Chad teaching me how to use the tools properly and safely, so then I can have the skills to go off and build my own she shed, and you'll be able to watch that whole process and also how I decorate it and all of that fun stuff. So we've got a lot of really exciting projects that we're going to be working on, and
that's a lot to do in a summer's time, or 3 seasons anyway. That's a lot to do.
Oh, and we're going to do a garden. We've got a lot of projects. So our tiny house is built. Charlie's got a name, and we're ready for the snow to melt, and we've got a lot of projects that we're going to be working on. So we're excited that you guys are along for the ride. Thank you so much for being such a joy and so positive and so fun. We've really enjoyed it, and we hope that you guys enjoy our videos too. And we just wanted to give you guys a little glimpse of what we've done, what we've got going on, and what we plan on doing. So we've got a lot of exciting things and a lot of ways that you could even learn from the stuff that we're doing. So we're excited. Please hit the subscribe button. Please like us. Please follow us. Please comment. We're having so much fun growing this page, and we're really having a lot of fun getting to know you guys and what it is that you guys are looking to get out of our videos too. So thanks so much. Have a great day.
Videos on YouTube, you've seen that we just drug as much. Good Lord.
What the heck? Oh, you moved it right before you started, huh?
Not enough tip, I guess. Take 2.
All right, you guys, please hit that All right, you guys, please hit that subscribe button.
Good Lord.
Maybe you should say
just
it.
hit it a couple times.
Hit the subscribe button, please.